Federal authorities have reopened the case of Emmett Till. He's the 14-year-old black kid who was lynched in Mississippi. It's been almost 63 years, and now the case has been reopened because apparently there's been some new information that shed light on the case. Emmett Till was from Chicago. He visited his family in Mississippi, and he was unaware of just how racist and hateful and dangerous the Deep South was. Emmett Till was taken from his home at gunpoint. He was beaten, he was tortured, he was shot, he was thrown into the Tallahatchie River. The men who took Emmett Till from his home, they were never convicted of anything. Authorities charged two men, Rob Bryant and J.W. Millam, with the killing of Emmett Till. It seems that they were acting on information that was given by Carolyn Bryant that Emmett Till had whistled at her and touched her hand. Years later, after a divorce and after the death of Robert Bryant and J.W. Millam, Carolyn Donham recanted her story and said that she made it all up. It never happened. She just wanted to make her husband jealous. Now, what's even more heartbreaking than all of that, the prosecutor of the original case says even if Caroline would have testified back in 1955 that she doubted very strongly that a different verdict would have been reached. Meaning, they were so racist, regardless to why Emmett Till was killed, it wouldn't have mattered. Because, see, black lives don't matter. It definitely didn't matter in 1955. Some question if they matter now. Recently, Dave Chappelle did a magnificent job in a Netflix special of highlighting the atrocities of Emmett Till. Last year, the book, The Blood of Emmett Till, was published with a confession from Carolyn Bryant. Today, Carolyn Dunham, that she lied under oath about her claims against Till. She confessed during an interview in 2008. Civil rights activist Jesse Jackson says one way we can move forward on this issue is to make lynching a hate crime and to make hate crimes a federal crime. I'd just like us to use the laws we have on the books and start prosecuting the shooting of unarmed people for really what they are. Lynchings. We can have a rule on how many bullets you put in the body. Like, there's gotta be a level where we say, this was not policing, this was murder, this was intentional. His back turned towards you does not compute as you being in fear for your life. But just like in 1955, there'll be those people that disagree. Because we ain't changed that much, have we? That's one good thing about all the racist stuff we see now. It's right there. Right there in your face. You can reach out and touch it.
This is Mose Wright. I am the uncle of Emmett Louis Till. Sunday morning about 2:30, someone called at the door. And I said, who is it? And he said, this is Mr. Bryant. I want to talk with you and the boy. And when I opened the door, there was a man standing with a pistol in one hand and a flashlight in the other hand. And he asked me, did I have two boys there from Chicago? I told him I have. And he said, I want the boy that done all that talk.
So they came to my room first, and they had a pistol in one hand, a flashlight in the other, and they looked on me and Maurice, who's in bed with me, and they recognized that Maurice or myself, we weren't the one that they were looking for. So they passed on through the house to the third room where Emmett was in the bed with Simi.
So We marched on around through 2 rooms, and I found the boy in the 3rd room in the bed with my baby boy.
I hear this noise in the bedroom, and I look up and I see this Roy Bryant. I knew him. And I saw the other tall, bald-headed man. They was hollering and fussing. They told me to lay back down and go to sleep. But I kept my eyes open and saw what was going on, that they was going to take Emmett. And at that point, I didn't know where they was going to take him. I said, well, maybe they're going to take him home.
They aroused him out of the bed, and I don't think he really knew what was going on. So he was answering their question, but he wasn't saying yes, sir, and no, sir. So they became irate about that. And they started cursing and swearing. And I think he wanted to put on his socks or something with his shoes. And it was a terrifying experience. He had no idea what was going on, really. Yeah, had no idea the kind of people that he was dealing with, he was faced with. He had no way of conceiving what the South was like, no kind of way.
You know, as much as I'd like to say, go to hell, Jeff Sessions, go to hell, federal authorities, I don't have a right to say that because, well, hell, there are people related to Emmett Till, and they want justice done. So on their behalf and all behalf of all people, I say let this, if you can, sure. Throw her in jail. Throw her old ass under the jail if you can. May she spend her last days staring up at a bunk above her. I'm good with that. But just as a reminder, there is a museum in Alabama that's dedicated to lynchings, where you can see all of the lynchings that occurred. Well, most of the ones that they could document and prove. And your eyes will be open to the hatred that's in this country, that's always been in this country for black folks. Then maybe you could kind of realize where people are coming from. It's not a figment of the imagination. That's why when people talk about making America great again, they start asking what time period you talking about. When exactly?